Wednesday, the 27th, day 8. We got the schedule on the screen. Right here on the board. We need to set up everything that we can do in here. The main thing today is the court scene.
That's today?
Yes. Oh, no, that's tomorrow. But we need to set up for that. We need to cast for that. That's why I brought it up. So there was a reason for that. So we gotta make sure we got our 12 jurors. 12, well, it's 11 white men and 1 white woman.
Now, here's my issue with that. We keep making a big deal about these 12 people, but in the movie and in the script, they get looked at 1 or 2 times. Nobody has to get up or say anything or anything like that. So if we can't find those 12 people, those 12 white people, we can use stock footage of 12 jurors.
Okay, but you see this guy right here? He know all the white people.
That's great.
Guess who else
All
know?
the white people gonna be available.
He can get them.
That's the question.
He can get them. I believe in him. And we have some in house. We got white people in house. I'm talking about Pastor Roundtree.
Because I'm not from people.
But I jumped out of line. You supposed to start off with prayer, Pastor. Yes, so I'll let you do that first.
Father, we thank you today, Father, once again that we come before you, giving thanks and praise, honor and glory to what you're doing, Father, how you're touching our lives, Father, how you're binding us together so that we can be ambassadors according to your purpose to do your business, Father, as we continue to give you thanks and praise. Use us as this tool, this vessel that you shaped and molded by your hand, Father, that someone can be touched that comes into the inner circle of our beings, Father, as we continue to go forth. Bless this movie, oh Lord. In Jesus' name we give you thanks and praise. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Oh, the rest of what? They're on their way. They're on their way. Yeah. So here you go, Andrea.
Yeah, it wasn't today. It's tomorrow.
Okay, but
No, it was gonna be on the 29th.
Oh, but we're pushing things up because
Okay.
yeah.
Hey, can we check that everyone's available for that day? Because I need to hit up a couple people that.
okay. So continuing on with the meeting, Cody and Jerome. I'm back, everybody. Yesterday I couldn't speak too much because both sides of my tongue were still pretty swollen from the 2 seizures that I had. But today I'd like to speak on productivity. I can appreciate everybody for showing up, for participating, and bringing whatever it is that they bring to the table on a day-to-day basis. However, having doubts and bringing negativity onto the set, into the environment, leave it. A lot of people haven't filmed a movie in 10 days. A lot of people haven't filmed multiple movies in 10 days. So people get to a certain point and they start getting nervous. People start getting frustrated. People start getting antsy. I hear a lot of, we're not going to finish this in 10 days. We're not going to finish this in 10 days. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We need to pay attention to the situations that are occurring on a day-to-day basis. We need to evaluate the problems that we're having. We need to assess them. We need to figure out a solution to them, and we need to move forward. We spend a lot of time talking. Unless it's the dialogue in the script, I really don't want to hear it. Let's fix whatever problems we have and move on. That is how we get finished in 10 days. That's the only way we get finished in 10 days. Sitting around dwelling on small situations, small issues, small problems. This person never showed back up. We can't film because we haven't casted this person. That's not acceptable. And it's not acceptable because we don't plan on shooting a movie in 30 days. We don't plan on shooting a movie in 90 days. We have a process that has already been, excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Excuse me. Please, when we're having a meeting, because a lot of things get missed and a lot of things get looked over when we're having meetings because we're busy doing other things. I'm guilty of it myself. So I'm saying this to say right now is the time for us to pick ourselves up, motivate each other, push each other a little further. Like I said, there's been days where, one or two of us need to step off, take a break, whatever the case may be. I had to take 2 days, but I'm back and I'm going to be working just as hard as I was before I left. So let's get it done as opposed to complaining about it. I call it whining about it because whining is not going to get anything fixed. If we pull ourselves up by the bootstraps and get in there and get the work done. Separate off into 2 filming teams. We have 2 strong videographers right now. So separate off into 2 groups and let's get it done. We have a certain amount of scenes that are still left. We have a certain amount of scenes that are still left in the script that have not been touched. It's not an issue. These things are not hard. We've gotten past pretty much the majority of the difficult scenes, the scenes that were long dialogue, the scenes that we had to make sure that we had every single word down to a T because those were the storytelling scenes. Now we finish with the action, we finish with the fill-in scenes, we finish with the transition scenes, we finish with the scenes that are what do you call those shots? The ones that build up the shot. I can't think of the name of it. But the point that I'm making is now's not the time to get tired. Now's not the time to slack off. Now's not the time. Now is the time to push each other and move forward. That's what I have to say.
Cool.
Establishing shots is what I was trying to say. Yes.
Okay. One thing I want to bring up again is the credits for the movie, because a lot of people are coming in at the last minute. We gotta get everybody on the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only way we're gonna be able to account for everybody who contributed to the film. So everybody that comes in the building needs to sign a disclosure, a talent release, and any other paperwork that we need, and we need to get them in the MailChimp. So we need to do that as a team because we can't all figure it out at the same time. That's why it takes unity to do that. So if we get ahead on the credits, when Josh is ready, it'll be ready for him, and we won't miss anybody. I don't want to miss anybody. I appreciate everybody who comes in every day. I appreciate the people that come in one day. I appreciate the people that came in and tried and couldn't do it. I appreciate everybody. It takes all of that to make a movie. And we've done it multiple times. Andrea's done it multiple times. We can do this. We can do it. We're going to make a movie. You know why? Because we're creating scenes every day. And this is not the movie. The movie is what he got over there. He's making the movie.
Exactly.
We're providing content for his movie that he's making out of what he gets over there. 10 days, we're done. The 31st, everything we've created is what he has to make the movie.
No pressure.
Yeah, none at all, because he could say, you know what? Fuck this script. I got, look what I got. I know where I could put this, and that, and that.
If you
He's
receive
the magician.
The film production process and you've studied it, if you've gone over it when we go over it as a group, then you know that as we're filming, we're also editing this script. So when Josh receives the scenes that we film every day, he also receives a list of notes of what we had to change, what we needed to change, what we couldn't shoot because of whatever reason, why this didn't turn out right, why that didn't turn out right, this is what we switched and all of that. So trying to stick to this and follow this like it's the Bible is kind of redundant. Learn who your character is, learn the type of traits and characteristics and personality, different things about your character. But also learn how to be directed. it's it's really you can get a lot done if you can be directed. If you come into this situation and you feel that you know everything, and you could, but you don't know it how we do it. So learn how we do it and then apply what you know to our process. And I promise you, you will lose a lot of the stress that you're putting on yourself. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
You did.
the production filming process is something that's really important because we follow it, and this is what allows us to get a movie finished in 10 days. It works.
Cool. So today's objective is to film a lot of scenes with Chill and JoJo, because Chill and JoJo are always on the set, and it's up there. The airport scene has to be redone. The gas station scene. That's two scenes that we can do at 12 o'clock because the vehicle will be available. So that prepare for that and prepare for the scenes that can be done in here, like setting them up. And then as people come, we'll film them. If an extra comes, they will be a credit client that we clean their credit, and that we can make that the quickest scene ever. Mm-hmm. We can say, hey, you got JoJo and Chill. Say, man, thank you for cleaning my credit. Boom, cut. Next person. It's like, your credit is all set, sir. That's customers. So that we'll just cast anybody that comes. Like when Boo Capone come, he'll just be a reoccurring customer through the days that he's here. You know what I mean? But did anybody else have anything?
Andrea mentioned that we were whining about stuff, and I'm saying we as a group. Is there anything in particular that we need to discuss or figure out why we're having the meeting now, so that can be done with? Is there anything that you know of?
No.
The main thing I know of hearing about is the schedule. Mm-hmm. We fixed it. It's right there.
Well, the thing with the schedule is, again, and like we keep saying on a day-to-day basis, that's gonna change based on each individual's personal availability, because we are not dropping the check on every single one of these people and asking them to be available for 10 days at 10 hours a day. We can't expect for these people to just readily be here. So we have to work around their schedules. Now, if we already have something scheduled and then we go back and check with somebody and then their schedule won't allow it and we have to move it, then fine. But if we've scheduled it and we've checked with them and they said that their availability was that and that's how we got them on that schedule, then we got to replace that person.
But that goes down to communication too, because in the beginning, before we film, I know you always get, when are you available? Mm-hmm. Okay, you playing this, what days are you available? What day, like Domo, we know Monday through Friday until after so and so and so and so. So I mean, if something occurs with me, then I need to try to contact somebody and say, hey, I know I'm supposed to be there at 3 o'clock. I can't do 3 o'clock today, blah, 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 blah. Exactly. While we standing around waiting on somebody to come, oh, I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm on my way. We got to keep doing what we got to do.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
So don't get mad because your schedule changed and you didn't come and
say
you know, and
anything.
communicate and say anything.
All right.
That makes sense to me.
Words to live by.
Yeah.
We can only do what we can. We can do it. I got a few magic powers, but I ain't that doggone magical now. So, you know, y'all, people, you all have to understand, and we all have to understand, just like she said, communication is key. That's what those chat groups are for. Not for joking around, and yeah, we play around and we tease each other and we play around a lot to keep morale up and everything. But those chat groups are for us to communicate about what we got going on. You don't have to get in there and tell me your whole personal life story. But if something came up and you know that you're supposed to be here at a certain time and you can't make it, that's what that chat group is for. I know I'm supposed to be there at this time. I can't make it. I can be there at this time.
All right.
That way we know what we need to do to adjust.
So to answer the question about the schedule, if you can't film it, you go down to the next thing. That one drops off to the bottom, and then we keep going until we got everything filmed. Till as we're checking things off. Only scenes we can do is the next scene, and that's how we solve it. So if somebody don't show up, they sing. If we can't replace them, or if some make it where we can't do the scene, it drops off that day. You know what I mean? To the bottom and reset like Tetris. Line one up, it drops down. You know what I'm saying? So let's hear from the production team. Have you guys worked out all the issues with that with the cards that didn't capture?
The camera wouldn't take higher than 64 when we was doing it on a 128.
Oh, okay.
And so that's where the problem came in. So we rectified that by going back to 64s for that particular camera.
Okay. So it's
And the one we made here outside that, in the car, inside the car, the arguing,
yeah.
people that was arguing, was the same camera that you used, and the car was bad. So
Everything that was on the 128.
everything
Yeah.
that was filmed on that day with that camera, nothing.
I might have to take you outside and fight, bro.
So you don't have the scene
So we need to
with
figure out
Jen
what
and
scene
Chill
she's
arguing?
In the car?
Yeah.
I do have that.
So what are you talking about then? Because that's what
We're
that's
talking
that.
another one that we took with his camera, but the car that he has wasn't that one.
Oh, so there's probably some takes missing of
Yeah,
that scene?
we did
Okay.
just out here, another
Okay.
car one.
I do have some footage from that scene, but possibly not all of it, because it was the same issue at the airport. I have some takes at the airport, but not like the dialogue. in the
Okay.
car.
Yeah, the
Alright.
ones you have is actually from the airport that I give him my camera, so he filmed inside the car at the airport. So that's what you have, but not the ones we did here.
Yeah, we that's on the schedule. That's right there.
Those are
back up there.
reshoots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's up there. That's happening at 12
We're
o'clock.
prepared for it then.
Yeah.
So what do we need to build, for in here? What do we need to set up? Is it?
Well, I know.
What other scenes is
Okay.
done?
Well, the surveillance is pretty much there. I'm just gonna go and fix it up. But that's
For
for
what?
me and Smith. Niles and Smith.
Uh,
Yeah, it's in the surveillance van.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Is
but
it-
that's already set up. It's just a matter.
of say it's still over
Yeah,
there, right?
it's still
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's one we know we can do
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
And then
What's
other
up, Cody?
scenes-
So, what time are you guys gonna have the car?
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock?
Yep, it's on the board.
Are you guys gonna be doing the Dick Crane scene? Cause I got somebody who wants to come in for that.
We can definitely add it up there.
Okay, cause yeah, you really just.
Is
pull
that
up-
in the car?
Yeah, you just really just pull it up and easily get it in. You guys are just talking and it's pretty easy when we just talk out. So
Okay.
I was told to come in at 1 then.
Okay. Hey, are we can we run 2 cameras or is that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
Okay.
the real estate guy?
all right?
Yeah.
Oh.
so-
So one camera for
So you were gonna do
the
that.
ones,
I was talking
the
to
car
this
shoots
guy,
and things
he
like
can
that
come
that
into
go
the
out of the building, and
business
one camera for
like
in the
he's
building
doing
shoots.
today, so I'll come in
And then I think we'll be really productive today.
Peanut coming today?
Yeah, but Peanut leaves at 7 or 6:30 for today.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go and do all of the outside
Hey, Esme.
location shoots
Mhm.
outside here.
Okay. Okay. All right, let's get to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Day 8 production. On and popping. Never complain, never explain. Love more, laugh more, give
this
more,
is
and you
very
live more. We at.
This is very important.